Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a new member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. And before we get started, I'm not a medical doctor, don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey. So please do your homework first. Welcome to week 13, Keto Results. Today's topic: never let a stumble be the end of your journey, and I truly mean that. But before we even talk about that, I hit another milestone on Ron's Keto Cafe. We hit 2,200 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. It seems like I'm picking up about 4 or 5 subscribers almost daily. The only thing that kills me from not being monetized is I'm losing watch time hours, which I don't know why. I feel as if as many subscribers that I have, I should be way over 4,000 watch time hours. But I think it's just YouTube messing with people, and because they don't want to pay money on the videos if they don't have to. So let me know if you're having that problem on your YouTube channel, and if you know what the solution might be, let me know. And this is week 13, weight loss results. I ended up gaining 4 pounds this past week because I had a really bad week. I worked a lot of extra hours this week that I didn't plan on, and my schedule has been all over the place, and I've been making bad food choices because I just don't have the time to cook any weight loss foods, and it's been crazy. I don't know how you guys and gals are doing it, and I was just trying to think back in the early days of 2020 and 21. I wasn't working, and I had ample time to set up a food schedule, what I wanted to eat. I was doing 16-8 fasting, and a couple of times I did 23-1 fasting, and then OMAD and different, experimental stuff like that, which I'm going back to those type of deals. But I want to do a 16-8 fast. So like if I go in doing a split shift here, I'll give myself 3 hours to eat in the morning and 3 hours to eat in the afternoon, and that's going to be it. And then laying off the carbs. The carbs are what killing me. When I'm talking, that's what I'm talking about. Bad food choices. Like the other day, I came in. I stopped at Burger King and I got a couple of chicken club sandwiches, and you're not allowed to have that stuff doing weight loss. You can have the chicken, but not the bread, and the bread is what kills me. So maybe next time if I go down there and want a chicken club sandwich, I'll make a shapo and just swap out for the bread, and then I can cut my sandwich in half and make 4 shapo shells out of it. That's probably what I should have done, or just eat the chicken with the lettuce and all that without the bread. But everybody who follows me along on Ron's Keto, over the years, bread has been my killer, my absolute menace. But just because we had another quirk, we're not going to let that bother us too much. We're going to just move on and continue on with the journey. And I thought about quitting my job a lot of times and quitting my YouTube channel, but I think back the reason why I started working again, and the reason why I wanted to start a channel was to help you guys out and to be accountable for my weight loss, which I much appreciated, because without you guys, I'd be maybe 150 pounds more than what I'm weighing right now, which is basically where I was when I started my weight loss journey. Pretty close to 400 pounds, and I still lost one whole guy, but there's another whole guy that I still want to lose, and or part of me, anyways. But I'm doing okay. Feel like health-wise, I feel pretty good. My the only issues I'm having health-wise is because of my current age. And my wife's experience is the same thing I do every now and then. I'll be working with my hands or my fingers, and all of a sudden they'll lock up like a claw. And the same thing happens to my feet. It's just arthritis that really gets really bad sometimes. And it's very, very painful. And those of you who know what I'm talking about, it can be very painful. And sometimes it takes a while for your muscles to relax. And then I have another problem with my ear ringing all the time with that tendonitis there. I'm not even sure the pronunciation of that word, but it's the ringing of the ear. There's a constant ring of the ear, and I can't seem to get rid of it. I'm going to check into it by getting a hold of my doctor and find out what they can do for me, if they can help me with it, and find out what kind of medication do I need to take before I take any medication for it. But and then of course we played Bingo Friday night. She had a great crowd again this past week. We got one more week of that, and then we go off for a break because the following Friday will be Good Friday. They don't do Good Friday at the parish, and as far as the bingo hall goes, and they'll come back the following week. But we are going up to New Hampshire that Friday. My cat just had a checkup this past week. He's doing good. He's a little overweight. You know, we're going to try to get his weight under control. We did get a rabies shot update for him, and now he just has one more little hurdle for another appointment coming up probably in another month there. So like we plan to, you know, set aside as part of my check, one of my weekly checks for it. Yeah, of course where I'm living, yeah, the other reason why I'm concerned is that, you know, my rent's going to go up because I'm working now, you know, and we just got our rent evaluation form. I still got to fill out, and you know, once they see that I was working, they'll probably wind up taking half of that away from me. You know, I can't gain anything here because I live under what's called the low income, and you know, we can live here, but the problem is if the rents go up to normal what everybody else is paying, if it's 3 times the amount that we used to pay for a mortgage back in the 80s, you know, I can't afford that much of a rent increase. If it does, I'll have to move. But you know, I'm not going to think about too much of that ahead of time because I don't want to get too far depressed. But you know, we're going to continue on with the journey. We're not going to give up. I still have a lot of recipes that I'm putting together for you guys, and one of the recipes that I've been wanting to make, I just haven't had the time, is cauliflower tots made out of cauliflower rice. I have a bag of cauliflower. What I want to do is I want to chop it all up in the food processor, turn it into rice, and add some simple ingredients and pop it into the oven to make cauliflower tots. And then I'll show you what we can have with it for, you know, like a dipping sauce. But, you know, overall, I'm doing really phenomenally well. Again, to hit 2,200 subscribers. Thank you so much again for that. Again, I'll set this up as a premiere. So if you got any questions, you can always ask me. If you got any suggestions on my ear ringing, let me know. If you, you know, want something for me to make, let me know. Now, we got Easter coming up pretty soon in a couple of Sundays, and my sister's coming over that Sunday, and I'm going to keep it down really low on the carbs. I'm working this Sunday because we got inventory this week, a full 8-hour shift, and everything's been good there. I've just been really busy at the store. What do you think about my yellow shirt? Isn't it nice? I bought that at Walmart's, by the way, for $17, and I bought like 9 of these, and actually there was one shirt that didn't fit me. It was a little too small. It was the same size. I went up one size and it was too big. So go figure that one out, right? But I got almost all the colors. I think there's about 1 or 2 more colors I haven't really got, and I'm not sure if I want those and all. But I'm looking for a nice purple shirt. Is what I'm really looking for to pick up, and maybe a pink one. I haven't had those 2 colors yet. But you know, we're going to continue on with the journey. We're doing walking here and there when I can do walking up here in the Northeast. It's still been kind of cool. We had one day this past week where it hit 70, 75, and I went out walking that day. Took a lot of photography. I'll probably throw a photograph or 2 behind me. And that's about all I got to say. But anyways, I would encourage each and one of you not to give up. Again, thank you for coming along my journey. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you on the next video.